Zuckerberg!
All right, we're streaming again.
Okay, so I don't need to apologize then?
Not just yet. We need to apologize to all our fans out there. All right, we're gonna try it again.
So we have a periodical that writes an article about us.
And then this happens. All
And
shit
so
falls
people are
apart.
actually starting to listen to our
Yeah.
show a little bit. And then we fall down, as Craig Miller says.
Yes.
We fart and fall down immediately.
Okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna hit record here. You ready?
Wait, no. I don't even remember. What were we talking about?
I don't know. It's fixing to play. Let's see. Ready? Let's see what it says.
Baby, come on.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Why we need your money.
This is why we need your cash. It always goes back to cash. Everybody's like, they're doing this on purpose. All right, so we're still. What are we doing here? Are we going to actually take a break?
Nah, we'll just
take a musical break here.
Nah,
sponsored by the Foo Fighters.
Nah, we'll just keep this going because we can talk through this, and we will. We'll just keep talking through it, it's all good.
We could get the Foo Fighters though if we need to.
If we needed to, we could
call Dave.
Get the Foo Fighters in here.
I'll call Dave. Say, hey, we're having some technical difficulties on the podcast. You can come in and do a few songs.
A few songs.
Maybe make us some barbecue.
No, our live stream camera.
See if Courtney wants to come
set
over.
Up. Decided the computer that does it just decided to
maybe we could snuggle.
I'm gonna just freaking start updating shit on you, and it screwed up.
I've heard other shows that have gone through this type of thing behavior.
Yeah, I think it's that time of the year.
Adam Curry went through this a couple of weeks ago. Okay, we're just gonna do the whole thing over.
No, I didn't mean to hit that. So
let me find our show. Is it back on YouTube's yet?
It is back on YouTube.
Roll call.
Well, now the numbers are low.
Don't look,
Matt. Don't look.
Matt,
you may want to drive off the highway on the way home. If you look at these numbers.
Everybody's, man, I was done with them anyway. This is just a good exit strategy for me here.
So on Friday night, or on Friday during the day.
You went to the Tiki Lounge.
No, I passed that. Or before that. We found out that RBG passed away at the age of 87.
On Friday?
On Friday.
Man, he just quit. He just quit the Washington Redskins, didn't he?
No,
not RG3.
Not RG3.
Oh,
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Not the Baylor quarterback.
Not the Baylor quarterback. No, he's still alive.
Damn, I've been
all sad
and
wasn't
stuff.
87 years old. You've been drinking for the wrong reasons.
I was thinking that we would have a memorial and stuff. Like people would be there'd be more talk about it and stuff.
No. RBG died, and not RBJ. RTJ.
RT. Wait, now I'm really confused. Did Run the Jewels is okay?
Run the Jewels is okay too.
And RG3's okay.
Yes, but Joan.
But RGB is not okay.
RBG is not okay.
B and G.
She passed.
RB and G is not okay.
RB and G.
She's gone.
Her name is Joan.
Joan.
Did you know that? Joan Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
No.
And she just went by Ruth Bader Ginsburg. What'd you think of her? Were you a fan of hers?
I mean, I think she did a lot for women's rights and stuff, but she was
it's women.
Kind of
I'm so glad I threw you off with that.
Send the emails to Dustin.Schneider at gmail.com. That's Dustin.Schneider at gmail.com.
That was only built to throw him off.
I think, yeah, is that the only reason we're even talking about this, actually?
No, because I think she deserves to be talked about. I mean,
she did really good things, I think, earlier in her career, but then she just became a politician. And in the legal world, you're not supposed to be political. And unfortunately, even in our Supreme Court, they've become that. And she has done.
And she got kind of ripped on it there towards the end of her life when she started voicing her political opinions.
Right.
And when you're a Supreme Court justice, you're supposed to be neutral.
So I think she cheesed out towards the end because she started doing damage to. She started adding fuel to the fire of what's going on right now, I think. But what she did for women, though. Was awesome, and our country's a better place for her and her judgments. You can't say activism because a judge is not supposed to be an activist. They're supposed to judge, make rulings on laws.
But
Okay,
in the way
she
she
made her judgments to help women.
it was like she was
Right.
a judicial activist, kind of, in a way. The way
Well,
she
towards
made,
the end and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, no,
Oh,
just the
you mean
way
the whole time?
the whole time she was.
Well, I don't think that
She wasn't a
not an activist, but
straightforward, loud spoken activist. She just did. She made. She legalized things and passed laws for women
yeah.
that needed to be there. I mean,
So
equaling everything out.
it's very sad that she passed away. She was 87.
She was 87. She fought cancer 5 times.
Well, see, this is the thing, though.
All different types of cancers.
Now
Freaking
let's get to
insane.
the negative part of it.
Well,
We celebrated her life for about 2 minutes, and then we're right back into
the Cowboys won.
Yeah.
The Cowboys won on some weird
Yeah.
onside
Yeah.
kick, so we completely forgot about her death.
And then went straight into argument mode. So now we're back to the whole Supreme Court filling the seat, and both sides of the party aisles doing nana boo boo. One side wants to change the rules completely. They're upset because they're still upset because of the election results, thinking that they want to do some kind of audible and not do what our country's done from day one, and act like the other side's completely being assholes because they want to put their person in, nominate their person, which is generally how it goes. The changing of the rules is being done by Democrats. It's not being done by Republicans. But if you listen to the news, guess what they're having you believe?
It's being done by the Republicans.
It's all Republicans.
They're trying to hurry something.
They're trying to hurry something. They're trying
to
to pull
it done
a fast
before
one.
the election.
Trying to pull a fast one. This is not something that's uncommon. This isn't something new.
And it's not like it's going to happen overnight.
No.
That's the thing, is it takes a while. Look at when we had to go through the process a few years ago, replacing. It took months.
See, if I was Trump, I would nominate someone that has some background with chauvinistic behavior or some stuff, just to get Kamala Harris to question that person like crazy, and then go confuse her and be like, no, that was a quote from Biden that we just read you and you're freaking out on. You know what I mean? Do some play some games, some gamemanship like that. Because they got to watch out. That's the thing. I think Trump's probably going to nominate that, is it Barrett, the Catholic lady? I think that's who he's probably leaning towards. It's going to be a woman.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting how they're going to slander this woman.
Yeah, I would like to. When Kavanaugh went through it, he went through a whole grilling with his history and what he went through.
Well, all of them have.
Well, yeah, but then there was a lot of things like
that was just horseshit that was thrown out.
Did you do this to this woman? Have you had relations?
Not horseshit that it didn't happen, just horseshit that fucking, in general, the whole process. Like
the whole process was insane.
Yeah,
but it should be. I mean, they should be grilled. I think if
grilled.
You're going to hold one of these positions as a Supreme Court justice, your entire background should be looked into.
Like you keep it till you die or retire.
Yeah, it is.
It's like not something that
for life,
not a 4-year term or anything.
Yeah, you're not voted in. But if they're going to do it, they should go through your entire background. But like you said, if it is a woman that they go for, that Trump goes for and nominates,
it's going to be interesting.
I'm very interested in how they decide to start pulling stuff out against her. Or how like you said earlier, the media starts manipulating things.
They're already doing
it. Because the media is destroying this country.
Completely.
Podcasts like this are just... Wait.
Actually, that's the podcasts like this and other people's podcasts are what's going to be probably keep things together, I think, because media is completely sold out. Like they're telling you, don't believe the lies that these asshats are saying about this is something weird that a dictator does. No, it's fucking... This is what has happened in our country forever. Yeah. This isn't something new that Orange Man Satan is trying to pull like out of nowhere. But if you listen to the media,
can you believe this?
So, anyway, I can't do a roll call right now because
everything's fucked up.
All right,
it's all good. But yeah, I just wanted to give. We had some shots in her name on Friday night, then I had a friend send me this crazy meme that I don't even know if any of this is true. I haven't had a chance to look this up, but like the thing she wanted to do, she wanted to decriminalize prostitution.
Yeah, for sure. It's
But she
one of the
wanted
longest
to
occupations out there.
she wanted to legalize sex with 12 years and up. True?
I don't know, man. See, this is the thing. This is what happens when we go through this. All of a sudden, you have a barrage of yellow journalism. That's basically what it is, and you have all these people throwing their narratives and agendas out there and just running with it.
I forgot. Eliminate the Mann Act, which would essentially make female trafficking for prostitution and debauchery legal. Like, really? Come on.
I have no idea.
That's why I hate
I have no
when
idea, man.
shit like this happens.
That's what I was just saying.
It's
This is
stupid
what
bullshit,
happens.
yeah.
Everybody throws
All
out
painted.
memes after memes,
And then people
after
believe
memes,
it.
and then people believe it. Then
That's
you have,
part of my rant, is stop believing memes.
yeah, and then you have these ladies screaming at the top of their lungs in their cars. Why do they lose their shit in their cars all the time?
I don't know.
Is it something that's like they're thinking they're going to run out of gas, and then they find out that RBG died, and so it throws them into like psycho mode, and they just start screaming and hollering and crying? It's always in their cars, and they always happen to have a camera on them.
I watched a nice 20-minute long video yesterday. Well, probably 15-minute long video during one of the intermissions of the Stars game of Karens.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe like this was real stuff. I stopped the video midway through and was like, "All this is fake. It's got to be fake."
There are some people that are starting to think that some of this shit is fake.
But I got in a fight with a Karen not too long ago, which continued this weekend in a weird way.
What?
She keeps bringing the shit up.
What now? Who's your Karen? Do I know her?
I talked about it on the show. It was,
the same one as last time?
Yes.
With the Facebook thing?
Yes.
You haven't what? Block her.
No, but it comes back up. Like I get notified on things.
Delete it. Delete her.
I don't respond to it.
I mean, not her from life, but delete her from Facebook's.
I didn't. Yes, but it didn't come down to me. If I'm still tagged in something, it will pop up that I was tagged in something.
So she decided it was time to
just to bring
draw
all
it back
shit up
in.
into. I don't know.
Well,
she's just a dumb. She has nothing better to do with her life. Her face is plastic. She's a dumb cunt. Oh
man, I thought she was a good Supreme Court judge, Dustin. But shit,
I'm not talking about Run the Jewels.
People are so confused right now. What are they talking about?
RBG. If you go to New York City, that was cool. I nearly bought some. They had a bunch of RBG action figures.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and I thought they were kind of rad in these different New York tourist stores. When Jeremy and I went up there, and I was like, I need to get one of those. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, Jeremy would want one because he played for the Redskins. Yeah.
No, that's.
What's your family rant?
That wasn't a rant. I just went out and saw my family this weekend. It was nice.
Oh, you wanted to talk about it?
It was cool. Yeah.
Did you go sit in Uncle's lap?
No, I did not.
$20. Earn $20.
That wasn't me. That was someone else that we had on the show once.
That's in the archive somewhere, isn't it?
That is in the archives.
The oddest
you want to go read
ever.
that? The oddest show ever. But we need to replay that show sometime.
Good night.
But gave my mom the copy of the Fort Worth Weekly. I said, "Oh, here you go."
I need to get some because I need to take it to my parents.
She's like, "What? What is this?"
Like that's me.
Well, it's like, yeah. What are you and Matt doing on here? It's like, here, just read the article. It's good. Who wrote it? Susie did. She did a good job. Really? What's it about? Just read it. Have fun.
Remind me to tell you some stuff off air about some of the stuff that's happened from this article.
Oh, I'll tell you some stuff off air.
Off the air. Not nice stuff.
Stalkers?
No. No, I love stalkers.
Oh. Well, that's not nice stuff.
Stalkers keep things interesting. They keep things spicy.
What's a Starlight program? I'm not. Okay. I don't know anything about this.
I'm going to have to read this off of Fox's. Apparently, a couple of years ago.
Is it on Fox
Dallas?
4?
Yeah. Hang on. I wasn't ready for you to just jump to that.
News?
But I want to get your take on it because it's very, very nicely played. It's very Big Brothery, and I wanted to see what you thought. So the Dallas police chief
it has nothing to do with the Muse song.
No.
Starlight. Okay.
Or was it Starlight Starbright? Who did that one? Was Madonna?
Lucky Star is Madonna. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucky Stars. Um, so they started something. I can't remember how long it's been, where they're putting cameras up to help in certain locations and certain storefronts,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in high crime areas to specifically help the police monitor what's going on in the streets. Kind of like, I guess, New York went to this after 9/11, maybe.
Mm-hmm. It's a
And
big UK thing. London
yeah,
has
London does it.
cameras everywhere.
So it lasted. It launched last fall, so it's been around a year in 3 convenience stores. But they're talking about expanding it, and it basically there's lights, blue lights alert. Would be criminals
A big
that their
sale.
cameras
A blue light special.
are being monitored remotely by police personnel. So you're just giving a set of eyes to the police department, and I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I guess right now, with what's going on everywhere, it might be a good thing to have this in place. But what's the end game here? Are we going to start doing this everywhere at every intersection? Or are we going to start moving back to, well, oh, we saw you run that red light thing
Which
again,
those
like
are
the red light
illegal. The red
cameras?
light
They
cameras are
are.
illegal.
But I mean, where do you? We saw you smoking a joint when you were walking to the bar the other day. Here's your ticket. Like,
Well,
where could this spin out of control?
so I guess this is legal because they are setting these cameras up on private property. Because that is legal. You can have CCTV set up on private property. The thing with the red light cameras was that they were in public access ways, and you can't have uh, security cameras, CCTV monitoring public access areas. But if it's and charge someone with some type of crime, but if it's up on these, it looks like this is on like gas stations or 7-Elevens and stuff.
Yeah,
And the
which
thing.
it says that the Dallas Police Department said that the program has reduced criminal activity by 35% and call service by 40%. So I guess it's working a little bit. But this is the other thing that's confusing. One of the business owners that they quote paid for their own setup. Doesn't it seem like if you're going to let the police do that, you should have them fucking pay for it?
So it's no different than like having a home alarm or home video system that is being monitored by an alarm company, right? Instead of an alarm company monitoring it, the police are monitoring it.
Right.
Like it's being routed to the police. I think it'd be the same way, but that could be another way they're getting around it is this customer set it up, they paid for it, and we just have people monitoring this video or whatever's going on. But who's paying for this cop to sit around and watch monitors all day?
Well, yeah, there's that. And also, if I'm a black man or a black woman, I'm not into this at all because this is just more of, oh, there's someone that's black that's walking into the store. We better look for something that they're doing. So,
Oh,
like,
you think it's going to be profiling?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, but you see where I'm going with it, though. Like, it's
But
very big brothery. It's we're giving more power to a police force that needs to be checked a little bit.
Okay, so let's talk about this because
there's
some things that aggravate me.
Okay.
So first off, the first thing that aggravates me is
about the spotlight. Or
no.
are we talking about something else now?
Have you been to
Starlight.
well, it's kind of like it's along those lines of Starlight. Have you been to Home Depot or Lowe's lately?
I have not.
So if you're in the tool area, they have cameras set up
looking
at
you.
face level, looking at you.
I've seen those at the registers.
And then you go to the register and they have them set up and they're watching you. So they're on a motion detection trigger system where you walk by, this camera will come on as you're looking at drill bits, and it's to make sure you're not going to steal drill bits. That's bullshit. That aggravates the shit out of me and makes me not want to shop there.
That's a closed circuit that's not getting sent to the police, though, right?
But it can say you steal something, they just turn it over to the police. It's like when I worked at Best Buy. That's all we did. Dustin. Well, I'm not stealing anything, but that's the thing is.
Yeah, I see what it's.
I'm in your store.
It's insane.
I didn't just give up
your personal rights.
My personal rights for you to have a camera in my face. Now, security cameras up top, fine with. Every store you go
Not
into,
invasive shit though, like that.
but that's fucking invasive, and
Mhm.
it pisses me off.
Invasive.
And they ding and they make sounds every time you walk by them. They make these god awful racket, and it's just right there in your face. The same thing with the self checkout. I'm at your self checkout counter. I have a Nazi worker standing right behind me, standing over me, watching me, making sure I'm checking out everything. I don't need this camera right in my face while I'm trying to check out at your self checkout.
I think the lady that's there though, or the man that's there watching you though, is if you're having problems. They're not security.
But they're also watching and making sure you scan everything because I've watched them do that. Make sure everything's out of your
Well,
cart, and
there
you
are
scanned
like in
everything, and
Target
everything went in
and
there.
Target
Turget
in Target
is that in
Turkey Turkey
a
Target.
Turkish Target?
There in Target, I've noticed the one that I go to, they have a lady that's tending people. There's one up front saying, "Ma'am, you can go to the next register."
Yeah,
And then there's one that helps out problems. And then they
And
have a
then-
bruiser, like you're talking about, just sitting there with his arms closed,
just watching everybody.
watching everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in Walmart though, but I'm sure that Walmart's
This
got.
is like at Home Depot is what I'm talking about, where I run into it most.
Oh, they got the bouncers at Home Depot now.
They got someone. They usually have someone that's there to help you, but they also watch you and make sure you're scanning everything.
Just a
and
matter
you're
of
checking
time
out.
before they're armed.
So it's. I don't like these cameras right in your face. It's fucking annoying. It's
I get
aggravating in those type of stores. Like I
get it.
said, I go to Best Buy. They have in-house security cameras up in the domes,
Yeah.
watching what's going on. Fine, but don't have these ones in the middle of the aisle as I'm trying to buy something beeping super loud. They make these god awful sounds, and the camera's just right there
Yeah.
in your face. That's stupid. Second, everybody's got these Ring doorbells,
And are doing it themselves anyway.
and when shit breaks out, like when that little girl was kidnapped down there in Fort Worth, all of a sudden the cops had all this access to all these Ring doorbells, all this footage from Ring doorbells. How does that happen?
Well, they probably go door to door and ask for it, don't they?
You would think. You would think that'd be the right thing to do.
I don't know, man. I guess it depends if you're asking Alex Jones or you're asking Matt Stubbs.
I'm asking. I mean, that should be the proper way to do it. But all this Ring stuff and all this Nest stuff and all this, like I've got the Blink stuff, it all goes to a cloud.
Yeah, it's national security out in Arizona. Is it Arizona or New Mexico where they got that big
The big
building?
yeah, the big
It's
NSA building.
the NSA. That's where it's going.
So, like, if something bad breaks out, all of a sudden cops have all these Ring doorbells of the
But that's
area
the
where
thing.
something happened.
As a citizen of the country, that's something that you have to address. Are you willing to give up some of these natural human rights and privacy for the security of these Nest doorbell cameras?
Do you read every EULA you get for something you buy?
No, and
Because
that's I
that
guarantee you
wording
somewhere in
will
there.
put me to
it's-
sleep.
Yeah, and I guarantee you in there,
You give up your right for
you give up your right for
privacy?
something. Yeah, ask Adam Curry next time you're hanging out with him.
Oh no, that's why
It's
he
like-
got rid of his Nest.
Hell, he's not even on a smartphone at this
No,
point,
he's talked about on the show.
which that's genius.
They used to have a Nest when they lived in that apartment downtown, and he
And he
pulled
didn't
it
like
out
it.
of the wall because he got some piece of software that's seeing where it was sending information to, and it was sending information to like 5 different places. And he's like, "Why do they need to know what the temperature is in my apartment and
God,
when I
he's
want the AC on and off?"
my hero, man. Well, this kind of ties in. I walk in from apparently in my apartment complex. People, I don't know if it's the homeless or whatever. You were there. Well, now they've gone inside. I think because it's raining, so we're getting piles of poop. Just in our this morning, I had to get an Uber and I took the elevator down. There was a poop right in the elevator. Then when I got home today, this is in one day.
Why'd you have to get an Uber?
I had some pops last night during the Stars game.
Oh, okay.
Ended up making some phone calls, sending some texts that I regret to. Ladies,
Y'all didn't just walk
gentlemen.
over there? Aren't y'all like 4 blocks?
It was
from the place?
raining and stuff, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the rain. My
But
bad.
so and then when I came in today from
What about
work,
the scooters? The scooters down already. They're broken.
I always forget about them. I never know. They're
Got
there.
electric scooters to go
Yeah, I
zip
don't-
around.
I don't remember. I never remember them.
Y'all
It's
need to
the-
get jackets. Y'all need to be in a gang.
The problem is when we need them, we're
Electric
drunk,
scooter gang.
and that's the worst time to be driving the things. Me and Seth have almost died like 6 times because of those damn things.
Yeah, it's called self control.
Which, who in our circle of friends has that?
Me.
All right. There's a pile of poop though. When I came from work,
Gross.
in the hallway.
How are they getting in? I thought your building was locked up.
It is, but man, homeless people have ways.
Homeless people are like cockroaches.
But-
They can slip through little small little cracks. Like that, they can fit through cracks that are
Homeless
like 2
community.
inches.
If you'd like Dustin's email address, we'll provide.
Email
that.
me, homeless people. Email me.
Well, they got better phones than me.
They do.
Especially the homeless down in Austin.
I tell
They
you-
have way better phones
I
than
tell you
I.
about the
Like, that's
guy,
a fucking new phone, new iPhone.
the guy I watched bumming the other day.
Bum
Standing
fights?
on a corner, had a sign, need money, had
Yeah.
his little cup with cash and everything.
Just give us your cash.
Pulls out his little Samsung Galaxy whatever phone when no one's looking. Text. He wasn't getting enough money, so I watched him. I guess he wasn't getting enough movement. Watched him walk over to a parking lot and climb in his Lexus and drive off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, you son of a bitch.
There's stories like that always going around.
That's why I don't give
But
to people on the corners.
Getting back to the nest and your rights, though.
That and when there were cops. Do you remember that?
What?
When the Dallas Police Department, the guys on the corner selling flowers, were all undercover cops looking for kids and people drinking.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, this was like 90s, like when I first started driving and stuff.
See, we're trying
That was
to
the deal.
ease tensions, Dustin, and you want to bring up another asshole story about the cops?
Well, they got in trouble for it.
Good, man. Fuck that.
Then I found a story about the Roanoke cops today that blew my mind.
I'm not done tying the fucking shit to the fucking nest doorbell thing.
I thought we were in the nest.
We are in the nest of trust. But my point is, like, I would like to know who's the fuck is shitting in our halls. Like, is it a dog
Y'all
or
not
is
have
it?
cameras down there?
Well, Leaf has some up, but
No. You don't have
I don't
security
think so,
cameras
man.
in the
I really
lobby
don't
for
think
the
so.
hotel or for the apartment complex?
I don't think so, man.
This apartment complex I just worked on ran fiber to that's down there in the what is that area called? I forgot what it's called. It's the new trendy Fort Worth area where the Louis Vuitton store and
Stop 6.
Macy's and all that. Yeah, they put a Louis Vuitton toy store in the middle of Stop 6. But man, their camera system all over that building,
Mm-hmm.
they have like 500 cameras set up. It's insane.
Yeah.
No one's coming in or out of there doing anything in that building without.
No, yeah, it's really hard to
Management
be a
knowing.
serial killer these days. Like
Yeah.
you got to have your A game. You got to know how to be you got to know how to disappear.
Clear Fork, in the Clear Fork area. Thank you.
Is that a listener?
Yes,
You going to take a roll on that?
that would be Susie Rum.
Susie Ramon is not in the chat.
Yeah, she is.
Oh,
Well,
is
she
she?
can't. She's not. She's a
She can't type?
watcher. No, she's one of the ones that watches it on her TV.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So yeah, this Starlight thing, I don't know. It's weird. We're being big brothered anyway. You're being watched with everything you do. You know, if you're not doing anything wrong, do you have anything to worry about?
I
Like, are you getting beaches in a parking lot?
mean, there's been times.
Are you
we're in the
banging?
tree of we're in the tree right here, the tree of trust.
Yeah.
Let's don't go down this path of asking the things that I've done in parking lots.
You stand
Or
outside
you.
your sunroof,
Morning, ladies.
high five the sky.
All right, so yeah, that's my little spiel on the Starbright program.
You brought
Uh,
something to my attention that made me die laughing. I cracked up, and I'd like to talk about it.
All right, you want to play a music bed?
I guess. Let's see here. What do we
Sound
have?
like you're about to go into.
No,
Okay,
not
we're out
that
of
one.
here. See you later.
Where do we have? I don't have a good music bed here. Let's see here. The beer intro, news
about
intro.
Two Live Crew. Hey, we want some pussy.
That would be a perfect one. So before the show, you sent me down this hole
Yeah,
where this.
no pun intended.
Yeah.
And let's now welcome.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah,
Shut
give the
up,
background
shut
on
up,
this.
Shut up. I had to stop it. Okay. So there's this Zoom call. You know more about it than me. It's Saddleback College.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
No, I mean okay. So they want to get a they want to do a they want to change the mascot. It sounds like so they've got a board together for a Zoom meeting with a bunch of social justice warriors.
The mascot's
at-
considered racist.
Where's
in
the
this day and
school
age.
at? I wonder.
Saddleback College?
Yeah.
Saddleback. Ain't no hollaback.
Well,
girl.
I know the type of people that attend these meetings at UNT, and there's a lot of social justice warrior type mentality.
Mission Viejo, California.
Okay, so yeah, this is right in the heart of it. And you had this smart ass here, which is a genius.
So this is a Zoom call with a bunch of faculty.
Yeah.
And I guess
And there's
students
a kid in there. Yeah.
They're taking turns chiming in on what the new mascot of this community college should be.
Because it's an important problem. We need to politically correct and fix all these mascots. Look, the Redskins did it. They're now the football team.
They are.
So Hasselback College or Brett, what is it called again? Saddleback College needs to do it as well. So, and here we have genius.
This first reply on this tweet, though, just another white person taking up space for personal attention in an issue related to the Latino community. All right, so here's the video. We're going to play it. Enjoy. It made me laugh. Here we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Cameron. Let's now welcome Cole Hirsch.
Hi. How are you? I wrote a little pitch, if I could read through that.
Please.
Dear Saddleback College, let's face it, our mascot, the Gaucho, is racist.
First off, I've never heard a community college have a Gaucho for a mascot. That is extremely racist, I think. Now, if it's Groucho Marx, in.
Wait, I think, didn't he have some hashtag Me Too stuff or some pedophilia stuff tied to him?
Groucho Marx?
I don't know. I thought, or maybe I'm thinking of
his eyebrows and mustache weren't real.
Chaplin.
Chaplin looked like Hitler.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of Chaplin.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, Groucho.
I'm gonna back it up just a hair because we got to talk about. Here we go.
Let's face it, our mascot, the Gaucho, is racist, and it's time for him to be murdered. Anyway, I have just the idea for a new progressive mascot for your school. Her name is Titty Pussy, and she's a woke, sloppy goblin girl who rides around the campus on sweat-stained roller skates and begs each student to come out as bi. If a student refuses to do so, Titty Pussy will let out a shriek that has the frequency to change the student's body hair to strawberry blonde. Then Titty Pussy will say, "Tough break, straighty. Have fun sticking out like a sore thumb should you ever visit a beach in Palestine." At sporting events, instead of displaying kiss cams on the Jumbotron, Titty Pussy will instead screen promos for her OnlyFans, which mainly consists of her getting off to the school flag. During halftime, Titty Pussy will do her signature dance move, the pop lock and swap it, where she'll make the team swap mouth guards to reassure the fans that none of the players are homophobic. If either team refuses, she'll take a knee for the rest of the game, right in the middle of the field. So, thank you for your time, and I hope you can consider Titty Pussy.
All right, thank you, Cole. Let's go ahead and welcome Chloe Johnson.
So,
in the video,
you got to watch the video.
There are faculty.
Maybe we'll have a link.
There's like half the faculty freaking
They're all
out
woke
and angry.
There's a few that are laughing. Like that hot redheaded girl. She's laughing.
There's quite a few of the faculty that are laughing. And then one lady's like, seriously, "Get him out of here. Yeah. Get him out of here."
You know she's a Karen too. That was not a good trip to Starbucks after that meeting.
No,
Some
it
poor
wasn't.
kid was like,
God, it was great.
All right. The Zoom classrooms and the Zoom meetings is giving us comedy gold. We watched another one before the show started. And there was a guy in a classroom that gets kidnapped by his friends. And the teacher just says, "Did anyone else see Tyler get kidnapped? Do I need to call the police?" So these Zoom classrooms, I'm hearing more and more stories of shenanigans like that. We couldn't have done it. You and I would not have finished our education.
No.
None of our teachers would have liked us.
Every class, everything, we would.
They'd kick us out.
Anytime we had to be on there,
they'd be like,
it would
no.
have been something. It would have been something crazy.
Something crazy.
Would have been gradually built up.
Oh, yeah.
But that guy being kidnapped in the middle of his class and the teacher going, was Johnny just kidnapped?
Yeah.
Do we need to call the police?
Yeah.
It was genius.
Yeah. You could tell it was his friends too, because he didn't give any kind of fight. He was just like, "Okay, I guess we're doing this." But I've also heard of kids that are putting up pictures of themselves, like in front of the camera. They're setting it up beforehand so they can just set stuff up to make it look like it's them that are actually paying attention.
Yeah.
I've heard of, and then going and taking naps, I guess, where your picture's there.
Aiden doesn't like firing his camera up. And
do they have to?
His teacher told him it has to be fired up.
What'd you think about the schools in was it Tennessee that were saying that they don't want parents listening in?
We talked about that on the show.
It was
F you.
yeah,
It's my child. I will listen in
Sweet
on
child of
anything
mine.
I want. If I want to sit there and listen to what the teacher is telling them,
yeah.
I'll sit in and listen.
Well,
You have no
Yeah.
jurisdiction to tell me what I can and can't listen into of my child.
no, and I'm pretty sure back in the day when we were going to school, your parents could go sit in on a class anyway
Yeah,
if they wanted to.
I've got a teacher right now. He's
Flirting with disaster?
yeah. We're about to have a little come to Jesus meeting.
Man,
Me and him are going to have a
well,
sit down.
That's
I'm going to tell
interesting
him how
because
unimportant he is in anybody's life.
yeah, it's interesting because some of these teachers I've noticed with the girls are pretending like the burden's on the kids to get this shit figured out. No, the burden's not on the kids. The kids were being taught in a certain manner for their whole life, and
Yeah.
then we had COVID that kicked them out of school in March, and you're going to be a pain in the ass and be like a dick. And
That's
and
exactly what's happening with this teacher.
it's like they don't understand that it's not all about them and their teachings. They're great teachings. You're a fucking dime a dozen. Calm the fuck down, teacher. Okay? We like teachers.
Do you hate teachers as much
No.
as you hate cops?
No, I
Okay.
don't hate teachers, but you've got to realize that these kids are dealing with something that has never been dealt with in modern age in America. We've never had anything like this. And for you to sit there and send out snotty email after snotty email
Yes.
after snotty email,
Yes.
and then you send me a goddamn report card that you can't even format so I can fucking read it right, you're the dumb motherfucker. Not my kids, not me.
Have you had to deal with this yet? Snotty email, snotty email, snotty email. Then they get their progress report, the 3-week progress report, and the fucking teacher hasn't even put grades in yet.
No.
What kind
Yeah.
of bullshit is that?
Don't
You're going to
send me-
send us a bunch of
And
snotty
get on my
bullshit
kid because they
then-
missed
yeah.
their deadline at midnight?
because your technology doesn't work isn't
Right.
our fault.
This is a problem too.
And don't come after us and go, well, it must be your internet. Motherfucker, do you know who I work for?
Do you know what kind of internet we got out here?
Do you know what happens? Look,
Oh,
I'm
man,
streaming
it's
everything
amazing.
to everybody
It's
right
amazing.
now.
Yeah.
Hello, England.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
And it's the tone that these teachers are taking. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. Don't put it on the kids and start blowing me up because you think my kid's a loser because they're sick of dealing with your fucking stupid school that can't get their shit together. I don't understand these teachers, the audacity to just be like, well, you better get that 6-page report done and uploaded by noon tomorrow, even though we've had problems with our website for 6 fucking days.
Even though we can't, you can't upload anything to our
Yeah,
shit.
chill.
Be sure you get
If
it
you're
done.
a teacher, chill the fuck out. Realize your place in this world. Realize what's going on, and calm down. You're gonna get a face to face with Dustin pretty soon.
But yeah. This teacher, the progress report showed Aiden had a 30, and I lost my shit. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" He's like, "I've
Can't get my
turned
shit-
everything in. I've got everything there." He's like, "I only screwed up one quiz so far. Everything's turned in. Everything's there. I don't know what's going on with this." So we reach out, and the teacher's like, "Well, I haven't put in all the grades yet. I haven't done this.
But I can send a snotty ass email anytime I want.
It started. Remember when our power went out because of the power lines during that storm? Jennifer sent this teacher an email. She sent all the teachers emails, and he responded. She sent them all the same thing. Hey, the storm came through. Our power went out. So we're without internet for a day or two, without power for however long it was a day. So Aiden didn't get his stuff turned in.
Okay.
This teacher responded with, well, I guess you'll have to figure out a way to get it all fixed or get it all taken care of. Or
Yeah,
no,
okay.
that wasn't it. I'm sorry. He said, I'm sure you'll figure out a way to make it all work. That's what he said. And that
Wow.
immediately set wrong with me.
Yeah, compartmentalizing and all, like, not compartmentalizing, but like kind of.
Look, my son doesn't want to be here away
Yeah.
from the school, but your fucking school is not
patronizing.
taking
It's like patronizing
the
you.
proper procedures to protect our children.
Well, dude,
You're still
let me
letting
tell you
kids
something
run
else.
around everywhere,
Yeah.
maskless through the
Oh, yeah.
hallways and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm not going to let him come up there to a fucking petri dish. Get your shit together. Don't jump on us for having our shit together.
Here's another thing to the teachers that are sending these messages over and over again, okay? I get it. You want parents to take an active role in their kids' education. But let me explain a scenario for you, okay? You send an email like your snotty ass fucking teacher email to the wrong parent. Let's say Joe Blow just got out of prison, okay? He's a violent man.
We live in Texas.
He gets an email that says his kid is hasn't turned in 6 assignments, and this blowhard goes in there and beats the fuck out of his kid. Because you can't control what happens at the house, okay? You might can control things a little bit in your classroom and stuff, but for you to send an email and not expect some kind of ramifications of that email that could ultimately get a kid killed, you need to think about that shit.
Yeah.
You've got to think about.
You don't know what is on these parents' mind or what they've gone through in their domestic situation.
My mom was a teacher in Palestine, Texas, and she did that. She used to send notes home, and she sent a note home to one of her kids, and she starts crying when she tells this story still. And come to find out, they were locking this kid in the closet because of the note that she sent home. And it was something stupid too. It was something like it wasn't even a homework thing. It was like so-and-so had a bad day playing kickball or something like that or whatever. It wasn't even something that was that big a deal. Teachers got to think about that. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors at these kids' houses. You can't just fucking fire off a mass email saying everybody sucks and your kid's a loser because he can't get his tech in line with the school's tech and get his homework uploaded. You're being irresponsible when you do dumb shit like that as a teacher. It's like, use your fucking brain, man.
And I understand you have a lot of students and you probably hear a lot of excuses, but come on. It's just like right here, we're generalizing on all teachers this way. They're not.
No, most teachers are
Most
awesome.
teachers are very, very cool. There are assholes like this, and there are going to be assholes out there that make up excuses for their kids or whatever.
Right.
But this is a crazy fucking time, and we don't need you
Extra
firing
stress.
off shitty emails like that.
No.
Because you have no idea what happens on the other end
You
or
don't.
what's going on.
Right.
And what's going to end up happening is I can see it now. I'm going to have to go up there and have a little sit down with this dude and chit chat with him.
Well,
and I'm going to bring that up.
Yeah, bring up what happened to my mom and these notes.
I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to put that in my argument notes right now.
And then if he says that you're full of shit, then text me. Say, hey, I got the prick right here. You want to come talk to him some too? And then I'll come and I'll test out a fucking key lock on his arm. Okay, buddy? Just kidding.
And then I'll tell him, you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
Fight! 3 o'clock. I think
This is a school, right? Where's the fucking bike rack? Let's go.
Where's the Yoo-hoo in the fucking vending machine? Assholes.
And they have an ice cream vending machine up there.
Oh, I thought they got rid of all the good stuff now.
Well, I don't know since COVID, but last time I was up there, they had an ice cream vending machine.
So is Aiden back yet or not?
No, he's still here.
Well, there's a lot of these schools are immediately going right back to online learning.
Look at Keller ISD, shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have a feeling that's going to happen here. That's why he hasn't gone back. So, one more thing back at this stupid teacher.
Eat a dick.
Get your shit fixed. Fuck.
Oh, man. Yeah, I feel your pain, man. I bet a lot of the people that listen to us also are friends and stuff that have kids that are in school are saying the same exact thing.
Well, I wanted to cheer the room up, but now I'm more mad because Luby's is gone.
Yep. That news dropped.
All
no
Luby's
more
are
Luann
closed,
platters.
Right? Luby's all the way across?
Yep.
When's the last time you've been to a Luby's, though? Come on.
Well, my ex-girlfriend detested him, so it's been a while, but there was a time where I'd go at least once a month. That was my shit, dude. I loved Luby's. The Luann platter? Luann platter. The
Is that where
Luann
you
platter.
got Luann from?
They had good fish. Their fish and macaroni. Whew.
Fish and macaroni.
Yeah, man.
Well, it says that the Papa's family might try to take over Luby's.
Papa's. Like Papa's Steakhouse and all that? Those people?
Papacitos, Papa Do's, Papa's Steakhouse.
Well,
Papa's
I hope
Burgers,
they do. I hope
Papa
they buy
Barbecue.
furs, too, and do the all-you-can-eat again. I miss that.
Furs was great.
going
That was a
ripped.
place where I, as a kid, We'd go in there and get the Salisbury steak.
Smoke so much weed on your way there. You just fucking
Well,
not
I was
even
a
know what
kid, and I
planet
would go
you're
with
on.
my grandparents.
Oh.
And we used to go to the Furs right here by the mall.
When I was a kid, we'd meet at Western Sizzler.
Now, the Sizzler's a place where
They're
Pod
done
Cocky
too.
happens.
By the way,
Sizzler's gone? What about Coulter's is gone? The other one.
Coulter's
Barbecue!
Barbecue.
They're still the one in South Arlington. Coulter's was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Golly, the Sizzler and the other one. The other
Western Sizzler, and then the other one.
There was
the other one?
another cafeteria steakhouse. I can't remember what it was. There's one right here by Hooters, across the street from Hooters.
Oh, Golden Corral.
Yeah, Golden Corral. They're
Yeah.
gone.
Golden Corral's gone now? They're done? Dunzo?
I think so.
Man.
We're losing all the cafeterias. The
What's
Cafe
next?
Stadium.
Poncho's next?
No, Poncho's got to stay, right? I still haven't been to the one on Roof Snow. I'm scared of
I
what it
haven't been
will
up there
do to
either.
my body.
Oh, yeah. It's a Poncho's, and then it's a Poncho's that's on Roof Snow.
I may leave a trail all the way home. Not a snail trail. Huh?
You have a pet snail or something?
Sorry?
I don't understand the joke.
I
You want to care to explain it?
No? Huh? What? Morning, ladies.
Yeah, so a lot of these places are getting hit hard with the COVID. It's starting to be time to pay the piper. They're starting to drop.
Before we jump into sports talk and this Death Star controversy,
Sports talk.
you brought up another interesting article today about Lisa Sparks.
It was something that I stumbled across.
Is this in your regular, like, do you get notifications of these crazy stories?
No, it's the people. It's the trash that I follow.
So if y'all haven't noticed or don't know who Lisa Sparks is,
She
have
holds
no
a
clue.
record.
She holds a record, a world record.
She's an Olympian of sex.
Is that Olympian? She holds the world record for sleeping with 919 men in 24 hours.
That's like what, 38 an hour?
It says it was an average of 45 seconds each person.
See, I couldn't do that. It takes me way too long to
Now,
throw one past the goalie.
here's the question.
Wait, that would mean she got knocked up, wouldn't it? So,
Yeah,
that's not.
you
a
want the
good use.
goalie to catch it.
You're the asshole that knocks her up accidentally.
I doubt there's anything to worry about there. But just because she slept with them doesn't mean either of them finished.
Well, see, then it.
Could have
mean,
just got in there and
So
drilled
there's
around
probably
a little
second.
bit.
There's probably a second record then, another record where there's to completion on both ends.
Well, how many did Houston do?
I don't remember. I don't think it was 900, was it? I want to say it was like fucking 50. It was something. Wasn't even close, was it? This is the one you're talking about. The one that they had a video of where there's fluffers and stuff throughout the line, and
The 620.
oh, it's 620.
Yeah,
When was that one done?
they finished,
Oh, that was to completion.
and they had fluffers.
Okay. I don't know. That. I wonder what she ended up with after that, as far as STDs.
Well, I think all these guys had to get tested, right? You couldn't do this
I don't-
today. You
I've
can do
never gone to
919
one of
today.
these-
COVID.
No, yeah, too much.
You've
That's a
never
violation.
been to gangbang?
I'm here for the gangbang. We're here for the gangbang. Was that old school?
Yeah.
No, I have not been in a gangbang, and I've also not been to a Tarrant County Convention Center for some fuck along where you get in line,
What?
where you get in line and 900 people bang some girl.
So the previous record was 759 men, and she did 919.
Golly.
How would you feel about being like 912? And like you're in line and you're looking behind you and like, man, there's only like 5 guys behind me. What's 6?
It must be
7,
early or
7
something.
guys.
I'm
There's 7
early or
guys behind
something.
me. I mean,
You keep telling yourself you're early.
and then you look in front of you and you're like,
All these
there's
guys
like-
are smoking cigarettes and drinking a beer.
there's like
eating a
900.
sandwich.
Or is it a whole scene where like everybody walks in and takes a number like the DMV and you just sit back, kick back, play on your phone until your number's called, and then you get queued and you walk in? How does this work?
I don't know. I got a lot of questions too. Anyone that's
Anybody know
anybody
Lisa
that's
Sparks?
taken place
Get her
or
on?
gone to one of these events, do you pay? Does this thing cost?
You know, our friends out on the West Coast have probably done something like this. They've probably been a part of this, something like this. The guys and the girl.
I mean, was there fluids? Like, did they give her an IV? Because you would think you would get dehydrated at a certain point.
Question.
You bang for 24 hours straight, you're
What
going
does
to
she
need
do?
an
She
IV.
just reach over and start eating like when she's hungry? What about when she has to go to the bathroom?
Well,
Is there still a guy in there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. And then here's my luck. That's who I would end up trying to date later on in life. I'd be like, oh, so where? Yeah, I talked to you on well, I don't even remember the dating sites now. Bumble. Yeah, you kind of fell out. Yeah, okay, but I'd like to go on a date now.
It happened in Poland.
And I'd be like, I've been thinking, I really have some feelings for you. Maybe we should make this thing official after a few dates. And then next thing you know, you come with me with your cell phone. Dude, check this out. Check out this lady. Look. Dude, she did 900 people. And I'm like,
We've seen the movie The Girl Next Door, right?
no.
Where they're all in high school, and one of the guys is dating the girl next door,
Porn star?
and it turns out that his best friend is huge into porn. Is like, I know who that is.
Yeah.
And finds the video.
I
Like,
bet
oh
that
my
happens
God.
all the time now. All the time, especially now that the fans only and all that, all those sites are up for these women to make money
Oh yeah.
and men. I bet you that shit happens all the time.
Since we've brought that up,
If
there have been some
Have you been-
scenes we've come across where
Yeah.
we've been like, oh,
yeah,
hi.
have you ever you've been walking down in Fort Worth or anything or in Dallas lately, and some guys are just like, oh, they think they know me from the podcast. Yeah, it happens sometimes.
So
They're like, no, not you, asshole. I know you.
I'm not gonna lie,
It's happened to you.
but I swear that I've been walking through the tunnels of the AAC after
Seen Rachel Starr or some shit.
and others.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm
been
sure,
like-
dude.
But I
Especially at the rock shows.
know
I've seen some at the rock shows.
rock shows or the basketball games.
Yeah.
At the basketball games,
Oh,
where I've seen them.
that brings me to something. It's not on the notes. The basketball. So I vaguely heard something, and I wanted to get your take on this. So there's women now that are going and sleeping with athletes.
919 of them.
I don't know if it's been that many.
Are there that many people in the NBA?
Anyway, I don't know if
32
it's gone. I
times
don't know if it's
5.
gone to rock star and rappers yet, or country stars, or all any of that. But specifically targeting like Odell Beckham Jr.,
Uh-huh.
football players, basketball players, baseball players, and they're having sex, right?
Uh-huh.
And then they're going and starting podcasts now, and they talk about their experiences. I don't know how I feel about this.
Funny you should bring this up because I came across a thread on Reddit the other day that made me laugh because it is exactly that. It's about people
Well,
who
didn't
have
you say-
slept with celebrities and
Are
I
making a
was-
show out of it?
and asking what was it like. And these people are going through there and saying, well, this guy was good, this guy was bad.
Well, see, that's
This
the
guy was
thing.
terrible.
There was something locally that was going around for a while in DFW, wasn't there? For a while, that was talking about dudes in
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Fight Club.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No, but it's kind of the
Yeah.
same thing, though. Like I think it started the Fort Worth thing, though, started as something to help women not get in bad situations with bad guys, right? But it easily could turn into almost the same exact thing. What if someone all of a sudden started a podcast around here that started talking about fucking their sexual experiences with local podcast celebrity stars? Or radio stars, or TV stars, like local people and shit.
And it's called RoboTuners, or it's called Fort Worth
Jeffrey
Famous.
Lord revamped, part 2.
Yeah, I found this thread. Knew someone who
Uh-oh.
slept with Leonardo DiCaprio. Apparently, he kept his headphones on the entire time.
I like that one.
That
That makes me like Leonardo DiCaprio more.
Vanilla Ice when he slept with. No, that doesn't count. My grandmother dated Jimmy Carter.
Did you hear what came out this week too? Oh wait, okay. Let me bring something up after this because this is a very interesting topic.
I knew a girl who was an escort. She had sex with Derek Jeter. Afterwards, he called a limo to take her home, and the limo was a gift. It was a baseball signed by Derek Jeter.
That's his little personal touch on sending you home.
Post Malone asked my ex-girlfriend if she'd be interested in going home with him under the condition that she would have to eat his ass. She said no.
Sounds like one of us.
My ex slept with Till from Ramstein after a gig once many, many years ago when she was a gothlet. She said he was very respectful, mildly kinky, wanted to have sex on the hotel balcony with her, bent over the rail, over the city so people could see, and apparently had skin as soft as a baby. Apparently he was nice, bought her breakfast the next day, invited her back for a second session the next day, then moved on in this tour. She said 8 out of 10 would starfuck again. And then someone said,
Would starfuck again.
my bestie had basically the exact same experience with Till. Except, let's see here. It said she showed up. He wouldn't let her inside the hotel room until she showed him her driver's license. Just want to make sure she wasn't underage. Was super respectful. Had really, really soft skin. Took care of her and bought her all sorts of stuff. So I could go on.
Well, I mean, what do you think about this? The podcast, though.
I like the
These
podcast idea.
ideas. Are you going to listen to these shows where they talk about who they've slept with?
If I know where they are, yeah. Do we know the title of them?
No,
Of
I
these
don't.
shows?
I didn't hear everything. I was half listening. You know how I am especially when I'm not on Adderall. But I don't know. It's just maybe that's a
Are
not
you
so good
afraid
idea.
someone's gonna come on a podcast talk about you and let the world know?
No, I'm not. I just don't know how this is going to play out. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to like this could be used as a bribe too? You could blackmail some people and be like, "Hey, sorry, I wet the bed after we left Texas Billiards and I puked everywhere in your fucking panty drawer. Why don't we keep that one to us?" Yeah, I'm going straight to the podcast with this one, or give me $5,000 because that's probably what I'd make off this.
Well, it's no different than taking pictures during the session and then
Yeah, true.
holding the pictures over your
You
head.
just got to be careful.
Yeah.
Teal has the right idea though, with the age verification and the sign a waiver and
Yeah.
all that
Someone
stuff.
in here said they slept with Britney Spears and had to sign an NDA.
That'd be nice. I'd sign an NDA to bang her.
Now?
Yeah, she's still kicking, man. I don't know why y'all are. You're down on her too.
I'm not down on her. I hung out with her dad and her sister
He's the
Yeah.
nut.
at NASCAR land. He cooked us barbecue.
And then you drank water with Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris and what's her sister's name? She got famous there for a little bit.
Jessica Simpson.
That's not Britney's sister. She was funny. She was cool.
Jessica Simpson or
Britney's sister.
Britney Spears.
Britney
sister.
Spears' little sister. I can't think of her name.
She was funny. Like
Yeah.
a comic.
Yeah. And then we were at NASCAR, and I was like, there's at least 919 men there. And she didn't say anything about it. Can't remember her name. Jamie Lynn Spears.
Yeah, Jamie Lynn Spears.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is she as hot as Britney was?
Yeah, she was cute. Yeah, she was running around with all the monster girls when I was out there shooting them. So.
Oh, you got to watch
all
out for
friends.
those power drink girls.
What?
Trouble.
I know a bunch of them.
Trouble.
Sports time.
Sports
Real quick.
time. Sports time.
I didn't watch
America.
any of the football game last night, so I did not see the breaking ground of the new Las Vegas Raiders stadium. But the controversy is that it's being called the Death Star. For real?
And it's not.
They're calling it the Death Star because it's Raiders land or whatever. So they're taking the title away from our Death Star.
It doesn't look like the Death Star. It looks like something from space that maybe the Empire placed, but it doesn't look like the Death Star.
Remember when we drove by it when we were out there and I was like, that thing looks weird.
I thought it looked awesome.
It looked
The
awesome,
finished-
but it just looked weird. The way
That
it was
L-
set up.
That stadium in LA, their stadium looks really cool. Like I want to go to both of those very, very hardly.
When you flew into LA, you flew
I
in
flew
John
to
Wayne.
yeah.
So when I flew into LAX, we flew as
Over
we
it?
were landing. We went right beside it, and then when I drove down, I drove right beside it,
Yeah.
and that thing is ginormous because it's got that weird long concrete wave thing, and the stadium's over here on the side, but then it's got that big wave that shoots out
Yeah.
over whatever the rest of those buildings are. It's really cool. That
And they're actually
LA
like
stadium
20.
is awesome.
They're like dug down into the ground too, kind of
Yeah.
like the new Ranger Stadium.
Earthquake
Well, see,
issues.
here's something too. These badass stadiums, what are what are the architects and stuff doing about COVID? Like, because it doesn't sound like this is gonna go away for a while, and they have to get some of this money back. The city and the people that build these things got to recoup pretty soon.
I don't
What
know.
happens? Remember when
Was the second LA game here?
What?
The second Rams game? No, the
Second Rams
Chargers.
game.
Chargers were at that stadium.
Oh,
and
well,
it was still empty.
here's
That's why I was
remember when Sochi had the Olympics,
Mhm.
and they built all these badass stadiums for the Olympics.
Mhm.
Well, I've seen documentaries and read articles about how that just like after the Olympics left,
Done.
ghost towns.
That's what happens during the World Cup. A lot of times they build all these badass stadiums for the World Cup, like down in Brazil,
And then the bottom,
and then the ones that are in the weird outshoots, small towns or whatever, just go to ruins. Monkeys and
I wonder if that's
lions
even
and
crossed someone like Jerry Jones' mind at this point. Like they're going,
alligators live in them.
yeah, looks like a modern warfare map.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't. It'll come back. It'll come back. I didn't go to
yeah.
the game this week. This was the first home game. I'm going week 4. But I was asked
They
to stay
spreading
home.
everything out.
But it kind of freaked me out watching it on TV. No, they asked me not to come this week. They wanted limited staff on premise because they're trying to figure out how things are going to work this
Mhm.
first game. So those that aren't essential were asked to stay back. A lot of the writers, a lot of the photographers,
Did you see?
a lot of media people that just cover things, they asked them to stay home. But it's just watching on screen. I
Well,
was
didn't
like,
they
there's
say
a
there was
lot
like
of fucking
40,000 people tailgating too?
people. Yeah,
Like they're not
there's
enforcing
20,000
shit
in there, and
outside?
there's like 40,000 outside.
Man, Jerry's playing a game here. He's gambling,
I did have to watch a video. I do have to sign paperwork,
saying you're not going to sue.
and I will have to wear a mask at all times. Which, debating on a gas mask.
You should. I think you should definitely.
I'm gonna do the True Detective thing and be shirtless with a bunch of tattoos, gas mask, and underwear
With a lawnmower?
with a
Or-
lawnmower.
Was it no, taking the trash out, right?
I was just taking the trash out after cooking meth.
Yeah. I don't know if
Didn't the
it just
guy
seems like a
explode?
gamble. What happens if is someone going to be able to sue Jerry Jones if he's allowing tailgating, or do you have to sign something when you go tailgate at the parking lot?
I don't know what's going on with tailgaters. I don't know what's going on with the fans. What they have to sign.
Well, that's the thing. Like high school football, I've heard a couple of stories. One of my boss, his son played last week, and he had to go to the stadium an hour early, and he had to verify that he was going to go to the game prehand. So,
The Browns
but
game
everybody
is
had
at
to be
noon.
there an hour early.
I'll probably have to be there at 5 a.m.
If you have to be there early,
Yeah, I'll probably have to be there. Well, usually I have to be there 6 hours before the game starts. I'll probably have to be there an extra hour early.
so this would not be the time for me to go in covert and try to hit on Tiffany.
No.
Okay. Probably would be bad.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Bad Stubbs. Bad Stubbs. Yeah, I don't know. It's Baylor has played 0 games so far of their college season.
And did TCU play? Did you look that up?
Did not look that up. UNT started their season, I think, 2 weeks ago or last week.
We need to go up there and see UNT.
We do need to go see UNT. I might actually be there on Saturday at CUNT to see UNT.
Play?
Yeah.
I need to go up there and see UNT and
Have you ever
shoot.
Have you ever gone
the
and seen
dancers.
CUNT? Gone and seen UNT? Wait, gone to see UNT?
Yeah, I have. I've seen them play.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty good. How many times can we do this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole sports thing's freaking me out.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna hit you when you sign the papers, and they're like, you cannot come after Jerry Jones' money. You're like, bitch, he's trying to come after our money.
Yeah. No, I'm not really worried about signing that because I have to do all the same shit at work. Like today, I had to have my temperature checked a million times. It was stupid.
Still don't mind doing that.
I don't mind doing
People
it
are
at
really
all.
bothered by it.
It doesn't bother me. So
No,
it's not going to bother
I'm
me
talking
doing it
about
with
you,
them.
but some people are like,
Like the Karen I got into an argument with. I don't want to wear a mask.
then fucking leave.
You know what? Stay home.
Yeah.
Or go out to land and stay out there.
I like how we got to curtail to your fucking
Yeah.
what you want to do and not want to do. The rest of society needs to.
I need you to wear a mask because you look better because your lips look like a fucking bee stung them 30,000 times. And your face is nothing but plastic. Stay away from a candle or any open flame.
This is when you cue "Fake Plastic Trees" by Radiohead.
Bling,
Ding, 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 ding.
Lives
Lives in a
watering can.
in a fake plastic. So
are we just going to give up our Death Star title?
No, man, no.
I
But
think
I don't want
ours
to
looks
fight.
more
I don't
like
want to
it.
fight the Raiders fans though. They're fucking nuts. So.
It's all Gwar costume. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They're glorified members that couldn't get into Gwar. They're wearing the same armor,
Yeah, some of them are.
the same outfit.
They remind me of the missing link.
I would like to try to sneak you in, Jennifer Smith, but I have no idea how this year's working. None. So I got a list of shows here. I thought we'd start doing this since we were talking about things coming back to normal.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
You wanna
Let's
go
hear
through
it,
'em?
man. Yeah, I'm about to have to get out of here.
And then I want to talk to you about something I watched on Netflix. So shows are getting started. We're coming up on Halloween. I wanted to put out there in case we haven't talked about it yet. There's no Drag the Ocean reunion this year.
No,
There's no Do Fort Records Halloween showcase this year.
nope.
It went 13 years strong, and on its 14th year, it just can't do it. No one's comfortable with doing a big Halloween showcase like we normally do. But there are shows coming up starting this Friday. Mean Motor Scooter.
You need a music bed under this part.
Do I? I need to find something. Here, keep doing that. Let me find something. I know I've got one in
I
here.
could do fire up the Caverlatalk on my phone again if you want me to.
Nah, we don't need that. Just hold on a second. Hold on. I'm looking. How about this one? A lot of these I had you said were creepy at one time.
I like that one.
You like that one?
Sound like the intro to a different world.
It's a different world. Let me loop it. I'll hit save. Let's go. All right, here we go. You like this? Remember when people used to get pissed when we had music under us the entire show?
Because they said it was too FM DJ like.
And it was too distracting or whatever, but
This is just a show list, though. I
this is
think
just
you get away
show
with
us. We can do it. So Mean Motor Scooter hits the stage at Mass. They're breaking out.
it. What's the downbeat?
Reopening Mass this Friday, 10 p.m., which hopefully falls after Stars Game 4. Because I'm sorry, Stars are priority over MMS right now. Mean Motor Scooter. Sorry, guys. Gotta watch Stars Game. Then I'll come watch you guys.
Or maybe they'll have it on there.
Well, it should be on there. I mean, they
Yeah.
got TVs behind the bar, and we gotta watch it.
Is anyone else
If it
playing
goes
the
into
show?
overtime, y'all are gonna have to push your set time back.
Is anyone else playing with the scooters?
No, it's them. I think this is the way.
Okay. Are they
Also
gonna play
that
an extra
night,
long set?
I hope so. I hope they play all their songs,
All the B-sides?
all of them, covers,
Yeah.
uh,
They should.
holiday songs, the Christmas B-side that comes on
Yeah.
that 1 7-inch vinyl that you had to order from the fan club. Hope they play that, and unreleased stuff. And then if we're lucky, since it's the same goddamn band, we get an Uncle Toasty set. They just rearrange instruments.
Or those gorillas. So some of those guys might get up there and play, right?
True. Also Friday night, our buddy Tim Dillon is here at Hyenas.
Heck yeah. You gonna go see him?
Waiting to hear from him, see what's going on with that.
Have you
I
reached
think
out to
all
him?
the shows are sold out. We've touched tips.
So, is there going to be a podcast in here?
We've touched tips. We're
I'm
figuring it
on
all out.
call this weekend, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we're figuring it all out. Figuring it
Don't
all
go
out
on a bender, is what it sounds like you're telling me.
till you're here.
I thought he didn't party anymore.
I don't know. Doesn't mean we can't party, right?
All right.
October 2nd, our next door neighbor.
My birthday month.
Are you? Oh, is this Stubbs-a-Palooza too? We have Susie Palooza and Stubbs-a-Palooza. Are y'all both doing birthday months
Oh,
from
yeah.
beginning to end? 4 weeks of y'all's birthday.
Yep. That's how it should be.
God, I can't wait till January comes around for Dustin-a-Palooza.
For Stubbs-a-Palooza, we should go to Yellow Rose, and for Dust-a-Palooza, we should go to the Red Rose.
We just alternate a full month at each one. All right, so October 2nd at the Rail Club, which will probably be the first time I've been back there in years because I want to go see the show.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
next door neighbors, Iron Jaw.
Yeah.
It's their album release party. They've had to delay it because of COVID.
It's funny because when I first looked at that, I don't have the best of eyes.
I know what you thought it said.
Iron Jew.
Yeah,
Not a bad band name.
like
You
he's
know?
like it's Iron Man,
Iron
but
Jew.
it's Iron Jew that kills Nazis.
There you go, man. And they're in a
Freaking
band.
badass. Yeah. Yeah. Do they have? Are they hardcore?
Do they
Jews?
play?
Do they have the forelocks and everything? Like-
Yeah, dude.
Didn't
that's
that happen
awesome.
in a movie where they started playing that and
Well,
they
yeah,
started
remember?
going with machine gun?
That one with
firing?
Al Pacino. It's actually a good series. I like that one.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that called? That was the one where they
Jesus, the Hunters.
the
or
hunters. Yeah.
something like that.
That was crazy. That was good.
So not Iron Jew, it's Iron Jaw at the
Iron
rail.
Jaw.
What's the downbeat?
I don't know what time. It's that night. I think that is Warren
I'm sure these are all really could change at the drop of a hat.
probably,
So
but it's October 2nd.
probably shouldn't tell a time.
and
anyway.
in Warren Fest all day,
I don't know.
like an all-day festival normally.
Maybe.
It's your buddy Warren.
I don't know if he's a listener of the show. If he is, Warren, send us a
Email us.
message and so we can promote it for you a little bit and maybe come out and
October 10th at Mass.
watch Iron Jew.
You're gonna be mistaken because it's not gonna be dun 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 dun. dun. Chun, 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 chun.
Somewhere David's going, it's fucking a badass idea, man.
October 10th at Mass. The Manimal virus.
The mammal virus, right?
The Manimal.
I think it's
You're right.
the menstrual virus.
I like Manimal.
I like menstrual virus.
The mammal virus and Siamese hips.
Siamese hips.
Remember Minstrel Gravy when they used to play? That was a crazy band.
Yeah.
But the
When they went around with Homeboy, that crazy dude.
prison rape scene.
Oh, I thought they were part of that Al and what's his face, the dude that was.
Mike Skasha?
Yeah, and that that whole crazy ass scene.
Yeah. Well, that one of Mike Skasha's band, was it?
I don't think so.
Minstrel Gravy? But they're around the same time as Slave One and all that. Because I remember
No,
always seeing their
they ha-
bills.
Oh, I thought Minstrel Gravy was. I thought they were like big time.
No, they were local.
I didn't know they were local.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Because they were always
remember,
at trees
remember
and-
Angel Dick?
Yeah.
They'd always play with Ugly Mustard.
With Ugly
The
Mustard.
Destro.
The
The
Destro.
Destro.
Did a bunch of shows with the Destro. So this is one I'm not quite sure how to explain, but our buddies in Mountain and Smoke and the Nervous Curtains are doing a live stream October 15th. And it's in conjunction with Texas Theater. And they're going to be showing Blade Runner, The Final Cut. All streamed. I don't understand. You buy tickets and you get access to the stream.
Mhm.
But I guess you're going to get to watch both their live streams and the movie.
Sounds cool to me, man.
So
I'm in.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
And then Halloween. Looks like another night at Lola's for Lola's Ween.
What day is
Halloween.
Halloween on this year? Am I gonna have
Saturday, October 31st.
Girls? I'll probably have
That
the
is my
girls
date
then,
of
huh?
birth.
Yep.
Royal Sons at Lola's Trailer Park.
That'll be a party.
It will be. You gonna go?
I probably won't be able to because of child.
Well,
Royal Sons always
how's
plays
it?
when I have my
1,
kids.
2, 3, 4. No, that's the fourth weekend.
Then I will be there probably. There's
Yeah,
a good chance I'll be there.
yeah.
On hallucinogenics with
Right.
Chad.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's 5.
Damn it! No, I won't be there doing hallucinogenics with Chad.
I don't know how this works out with you, but yeah, because October 1st is on a Thursday, so does that
So
count as
that
a
Friday
first weekend?
is going to be the first weekend. So I'll have the kids in.
And then
The
you
next week I
won't.
won't.
Then you will on the 16th.
Well, I won't because I'm going to be in Cabo. Hopefully,
Oh, well, maybe you'll get them on the 23rd and be off on the 30th.
maybe.
That's
But-
the way you need to work it. That's the way you need to work it. Maybe we shouldn't have talked about it on a podcast.
Probably not.
So that's what's coming. You'll probably see me at a few of those shows.
I'll try to get out.
I'm
know?
going to go to MMS or Tim Dillon this weekend, depending on how things
Yeah,
go.
or both.
Yeah, I'll probably be at most of these because I need to shoot some stuff. I need to shoot some live shows for some websites, get some of that,
Need to
revenue
shoot some
stream
hookers as they
going.
crawl away.
Yeah, that's how you keep them from crawling away. Shoot them in the back again.
All right, one last show, and I got to bounce. Or one last segment topic. This intrigues me because I've seen the advertisements and been trying to catch it for a week.
So I was dicking around on Netflix looking for new stuff to watch, and it came up as highly recommended. Challenger, The Final Flight. And I just binged. It's only 4 episodes. They're
Yes.
40 minutes each. And I just binge watched all of it. And it's wild.
How many episodes did you just say?
4.
And they're 40 minutes?
40 minutes each.
Is it one of those series, once you start, you're like, you cannot stop watching it?
Yeah, it could be that way. It starts off kind of talking about the shuttle program. Well, it starts off with a teacher pushing a TV up to the front of the classroom and turning it on for the shuttle launch, and a bunch of kids sitting in their chairs watching it, which brought back a flood of
I
memories.
told you about the glitch in my
The
system, right?
Exact same thing that I did growing up.
I'm not going to talk about it on this show because I know you want to talk about this real quick, but I have a glitch in my brain that has to do with this event.
Well, now I'm interested, so you got to talk about it. I want to know what this glitch is.
I was telling this story the other day, and it hit me. I was like, something's messed up with the Matrix here. They wheeled in the VCR and the TV into my 4th grade classroom, okay?
Uh-huh.
But the teachers never came in. All of a sudden, we were waiting around for a really long time.
Like they never turned it on?
They never turned it on. And this was not the day and age where you had DVR or anything like that. So I don't understand in my brain what happened. Why did the teacher bring the TV in, and how did they know? And all of a sudden the teachers congregate outside the classroom to try to figure out what went on. How would they have known if they hadn't just watched it like we were supposed to do? And it hurts my brain. There's some missing piece to this puzzle that could very well be a glitch in the Matrix.
What's going to fuck you up about this series? What really screwed me up? Well, there's 2 things that came flooding back that I totally forgot about. Every time I retell the story about, like, when people ask, "Where were you?" or "What was going on?" or whatever. One of the things that screwed me up was the thought I had after it happened was that they weren't dead. And I forgot about that. When I was a kid, I didn't think they died. I figured they ejected or something and were on a raft.
Like the NASA worked it out somehow.
Yeah, these ships are built with ejection systems, and they're out. They're waiting. They're on a raft. They're going to get picked up, and it took. Like I remember arguing with kids about that. Like, there's ejection systems. They're okay. Like when shit like this happens, there's ejection systems. There's fallbacks, all that.
You think you were trying to calm kids down?
I don't know. But this came back watching this series, and I was thinking about, we were sitting there at the tables, because where we watched it was in our big cafeteria here at the elementary school down the street from where I live now. And everybody was sitting at the cafeteria tables, and that was one of the things. They've got parachutes. They've got life support. That capsule the cockpit can detach, and they're in a raft somewhere. They're okay. Everything's okay. We just
That was
the
the Millennium Falcon,
thing
where they
blew
just
yeah. So that was going through my head.
the escape bay.
And I forgot about that. But the other thing this documentary brings out a lot is how many people knew it was going to happen.
You mean
It
had they saying this was just a matter of time.
no, yeah, like those O-rings, they had issues with it for 20, 30 launches leading up to this, and the temperature change with it being freezing that morning, and there being icicles everywhere, and the way the
Spoiler.
rubber. I mean, come on, we all know what happened, but the way the O-rings expand, they get into big detail about it.
About how the whole thing
But
went
how
down.
how the frozen O-rings will not reset because they're too cold
I'd like to freeze my O-rings every once in a while and reset them.
in your butt. But and that's what eventually led to it was the O-ring on the solid rocket booster exploding. But how many people knew it was going to happen that morning because of all the factors involved? And like they're interviewing people and they're sitting there going, I was sitting there watching it at the people that run the solid rocket booster factory. We're all gathered around a conference room. It was like, I was sitting there praying. And I prayed from an hour before the launch all the way up to it that nothing would happen because we couldn't afford this to happen. And it happened.
Yeah.
And like this one lady's talking about her dad because her dad was older and died. And she's like, it took off and it's going. And her dad kept telling her, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. I'm afraid it's going to happen today. I'm scared it's going to happen. I'm praying. And it took off and everything was looking good. And she kind of relaxed. And her dad was sitting next to her and goes, we haven't got to the bad part yet.
Oh, like in the launch.
In the launch.
Okay.
Because they started throttling up. Once they
Yeah.
were up, they start throttling up. And it's when they throttled up that everything gave way and blew up.
Is your number one imagery that's probably burnt into your mind World Trade Center, and then right behind that, the Challenger explosion?
Yeah.
That's me too.
And then probably Waco.
Yeah, Waco.
Because I walked in the door at home
When
from
Waco was-
from high school when that
Waco,
was
we
happening.
had with the thing about Waco though, we had a long drawn out thing that was leading us up to know something was about to happen that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Whereas these two things, it's kind of like when your team loses in hockey, it's just over.
Yeah.
The game's over. If you're in overtime, the game's just over. And you're like, what just happened? Whereas you can tell when your football team's losing position and all that. Same with
it's gonna be
these disasters that just happen. The
Oklahoma City was I was at school that happened
that
around
one's burned.
lunchtime in high school.
and Katrina. The Katrina was pretty. There was some man that was
Katrina's-
crazy. Seeing those people walk on the highways and stuff, and
That's not really burned in my head because you're just
you're making jokes about it.
No, I'm so used to seeing hurricane footage.
Not like that. Not hit that.
Growing up,
Not with
it's-
the
no.
Superdome in the.
That was wild, but it's not as shocking and over the top as
something like the
watching
Challenger.
a shuttle go, and you're like, okay, everybody,
Well,
everything's cool, and
Yeah.
and, then one of the things I never factored in was everybody that was there in person to watch it, standing at the grandstands, and her students there, and a Girl Scout troop.
Wasn't
that
the
was
first
all
black
proud.
Astronaut 2 going up or something, or
It was
one of the first black astronauts or something or first black.
a black male, an Asian. Like this was a complete mix. This was the biggest mix of astronauts they had ever had. Go
Well,
up there.
The thing about space that people forget, and they're going to realize here in the next few years, because
When we did the podcast from Mars.
yeah, it's still dangerous. We're still dealing with something we have no business being
There's
in
still
at all.
shit out there we
There's
don't
still shit out there we don't understand. That's the thing. Everybody romanticizes space travel and stuff. If you ever watched that, everybody's seen Martian, right? That's
Yeah.
the type, like, the first people that go
you
to
ever seen
Mars,
Martin?
that try to go to, like, the dude with the big ears that
Mhm.
was in,
That Martin?
yeah,
Is that the same as Martian?
no.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, though, that's gonna happen. The first people that go to Mars are probably not gonna live. They're probably gonna something's gonna happen and they're gonna die. And Elon, I bet you they even know that. The people that are working to get there, they know
Well-
that the probability is that the people are not going to be coming back that go
I thought
to
that was on the
Mars.
sign up sheet
That
for
you're
the people that
I
were
mean,
going
I'm
to be
sure
the
it
first ones to
is.
go.
Like, you're
Is
probably
that
not going to make it.
you have to expect that you're not going to return back.
That's what NASA used to make. NASA, they would.
Now they were proud because it
Yeah.
talks about
Oh
in this
yeah, yeah.
documentary.
They were.
Proud about getting people back home.
They have contingency plans for if some kind of bacteria is found that that when we first started space travel, like when we went to the moon, they had these guys ready to be put underground like 7 miles for the rest of their life. They had to sign off that they were done with life on top of Earth's surface and had to live in a bunker if they came back and tested positive for some weird bacteria that they thought could kill Earth from the moon. Like, there's so many things that are romanticized about NASA and space travel and stuff, especially now because we put a Tesla up there and it looked cool. And Elon Musk's such a cool dude. He does acid and smokes weed with not Donald Trump. Fucking, that's a
Joe
Freudian
Rogan.
slip. Joe Rogan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of risk in this shit. Fuck, just getting out of our orbit with all this trash everywhere.
Yeah.
That's getting harder and harder.
All those damn Skylink satellites.
All my fucking
This will
drones that I fly too high.
What's really sucks is, man, NASA's got a dark side to them, and this really brings it out about
Getting back to the hunters.
how not that dark, but how
No, that's true.
no
The
no
Nazi tie is there.
that whole first
Yeah.
wasn't that the first scene where she goes to the weren't they astronauts? She
I
goes
thought
to
they
the
were-
pool party.
Either that or politician. But I mean that whole NASA tie to the Nazis is real, man.
Oh, yeah,
like we
yeah,
got rocket
totally.
engineers and stuff from the Nazis.
Yeah, they all developed and
They had
designed
war
the V2.
crimes against them, didn't they? Some of them.
Yeah, the V2 rockets were all designed by former NASA engineers. I mean, or they were Nazis when they designed the V2s, and they came over here and started building the Saturn V's.
They should make a show about if the Nazis won.
They did. It's called The Man in the High Castle. It's quite interesting.
Oh, somebody owes me some money then.
Oh yeah, they do. So does Topgolf. But yeah, there's a real dark side to NASA and how like
It's just brutal.
bunch
It's
of-
brutal works.
it's not just that, but how cover up and
Mhm.
how they needed certain things to work right to get going again, and how Reagan appointed a guy to be on this committee that was a politician, was like, don't make NASA look bad in all this. That's your job. Your job is to make them come out looking peachy clean,
Yeah.
because we need to keep our space program going. And Sally Ride, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know Sally Ride and Neil Armstrong were on the committee for the investigation committee. And she's one of the ones that handed over some document, a piece of paper, to one of the guys on the other side and was like, here's how you attack this.
Yeah,
It's
interesting.
freaking crazy.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we're almost to the point now where it's obvious that there's some things in our skies that are triggering a lot of military people, a lot of government people, and at some point we're going to find out that there's alien life form all over the place, and we've been tracking some of it.
The government's already said there has, but we're having COVID and everybody hates
That's getting
Trump,
in the way, right?
and riots are
See,
all in the way.
if I was running for president, I'm telling you, that's how I would run. I would say, all right, you guys want to elect me? If you elect me as a president, number one, I'm going to fix a bunch of shit. Number two, I'm going to fully disclose everything as an alien life form. But is the reason they're not doing that because they know it'll completely destroy all religions and the Catholic faith will completely crumble when all of a sudden you tell every single religion that was based on the man in the sky and the clouds that it's all horse shit? Like, think
all
about
horse
that
shit.
alone. Is that why our government is not telling us the truth about alien life form? Is because they want to make sure that the world doesn't freak out. You have governments that are based on religion. Like, look at the like Muslim countries that
All
are
of them.
Yeah. Look at our country at the beginning. In God we trust.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're going to throw up proof with, oh, hey, there's a kind of a glitch in the whole matrix of the thing. Or is God
An alien.
an alien?
Or is
And everything's
God
explained.
Alanis Morissette?
Yes.
Boop. Could be.
What if God is one of us?
What if God is one of us?
Just as strange as one of us?
Just a strange.
I
don't know. I only heard that song like once, and I was like, "This is stupid."
Was that Lisa Loeb or some shit?
I thought it was Sheryl Crow. Was it?
No,
not?
Lisa Loeb was the one that you say. I never cry when I want to. Only
Went
hear
on
it
Robo
negative.
Tuner to tell us who it was. Joan Osborne.
That's right, Joan Osborne.
Just a slob like one of us.
Just a slob like one of us. Just a sexual deviant like one of us.
If God had a name, what would it be? And would you call it to his face? The whole lyrics came up. I can just sing the whole thing right now. I've only heard this song once. All right, let's get that.
Or what if God lives underwater?
Now that's a band, and their last album was great. It was different, but it was great. But God Lives Underwater was cool.
Just remember this: God's an American. Out.
So, are we going to close with God Lives Underwater or I'm Afraid of Americans?
Ooh, yeah. No, both. That should be our first fight.
God
Lives
Underwater
Underwater
versus David Bowie. David Bowie would win. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. We're out of here. Here's a song.
Hey, real quick, everybody that was in the chat room, we love you. Thanks for participating.
Yes, we do love you. We love that y'all stuck around and made it to the part 2 after we had a technical meltdown.
I didn't get to see who all was in there, but I know Jennifer was there. I know Matt Thomas was there. That's our A team, our varsity team. If you'd like to be on our varsity
Susie was
team,
in there because she sent us a text message.
Well, see, I can't see because I'm restricted. I have restricted access on
to her
on our YouTubes.
No, she sent messages. That's how you know.
So another thing is Victor Wrench. They got cool shit on their website. We forgot to talk about them at the beginning.
Victor Wrench.
Go get some gear. It's getting close to Christmas time. I know a lot of you have loved ones that like to shoot shit and blow shit up. Well, guess what they like to do down there at Victor Wrench?
Shoot shit and blow it up.
Hell yeah. So, check out their website. They're good to us, and we're good to them. And what if Victor Wrench was one of us?
What if they are?
Yeah. You want to know about our cables and cables that make bands that are really good?
And all our microphones except this one right here?
Yep. It's called Geist Note.
This one's by Shure.
Geist Note.
Geist Note. Has supplied all our cables.
The one for cables.
The one for cables.
Everybody have a good week, and I don't know. Let's be good. And
here's a song.
God Lives Underwater.
We have a choice of 5. Here's a song that somehow has to do with God. Enjoy later. You farted on that?
Remember the first show when I actually farted on the mic? And you're like, that's disgusting, dude. Don't ever do that on my show again.
But you stood up, put your ass on the microphone.
My cheeks.
Spread your cheeks, and just farted on a microphone that was we were using for vocals. For another project or something.
I was probably drunk.
Just went all over it. Did you see that text message we got? Yeah, you need to go read that.
No, Susie didn't include me on it.
No. The one from Brian. You're included on it. Text message.
Yeah, I saw it.
You want to go?
Maybe.
Sunday?
Maybe. Oh, I thought it was
Sunday's
Friday.
Dallas.
Friday is Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday?
No, Saturday. I'm confused now. I thought Friday was Fort Worth, Saturday was Dallas. I don't know. Bye-bye, stream. Bye-bye.
Cool.